Okay, great job. So let's solve this together. Let's see if you got the same thing. PEMDAS, as we know, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. That means we solve for parentheses first if they exist. Do they exist here? Yes, they do. Perfect. So let's solve the stuff in parentheses first. What is 2/5 times 25? Well, 2 times 25, 50. Keep our denominator, 5. So now we have 50 divided by 5. Cool. So 50 divided by 5 minus 1/2. 50 divided by 5 is the same thing as saying, what is 50/5? 50 over 5. That's the same exact thing as saying 10 wholes. Cool. So I have 10 wholes minus 1/2. Now, you could easily do that in your head, probably. I'm sure some of you did. Awesome job. And tell me what the answer is. Okay, but let's just break it down a little further for those of us that might need a visual. In order to add or subtract fractions, you always need like denominators, like units. Okay, to easily do this on your paper, we need to see them both in terms of what? In terms of halves. Okay, so what is 10 in terms of halves? Well, let's work backwards. How do you put 10 in terms of halves? Ten is what divided by 2? Go backwards. If 10 is something divided by 2, multiply 10 times 2 to get that original numerator if we want to put it in halves. What's 10 times 2? 20. So 10 is the same thing as saying 20 halves, or 20 divided by 2. Perfect. So 10 is now the same as 20 halves. So we can have this both in halves. 20 halves minus 1/2 gets us 19 halves. We have the same units, same denominator, so now we can add or subtract. 19 halves. Beautiful. That answer is okay, but that's also an improper fraction. As long as we're doing this, let's just real quickly change it back to a mixed fraction so that we know how. Well, if we have $19 halves, you essentially need to divide 19 divided by 2. What's 19 divided by 2? Well, that's an odd number. So what's just below it? What's 18 divided by 2? 18 divided by 2 is 9 even. Okay, cool. So 19 divided by 2 is going to be 9 with 1 left over. So it's going to be 9 and a half. Okay, because if it was 18, it'd be a perfect 9, but it's 19. If it was 20, it'd be a perfect 10, but it's not. It's 19. So 19 divided by 2 is 9 and a half. So your solution to this written and numerical expression is 9 and a half. That's your final answer after solving. If you evaluate the expression, that is your answer. Okay? Awesome job, guys.